but I'm going to try my best. If you want to, thank you. Welcome, everyone. So, as always, I try to give us some tidbits from the weekend, and this one's going to be a little tricky, but just bear with me. Okay, so once again, Senior, I know you're listening. Thank you. Thank you for helping everyone. So we went for an upgrade. I think we went for an upgrade. I can't even remember what we set the intention for. I know that somebody suggested that we do an upgrade today. I definitely want to do an upgrade at some point, but well, yeah, okay, we can do that today. But let me tell you what I got because I think you'll find it very interesting. So we uncovered a lifetime where Senor was a squirrel. And he was very anxious and he was running around and collecting as much food as he could. And he kept putting the food in the nest. He's hoarding and stashing. And he's like, I don't understand what's going on here. This is never enough. So he runs back down the tree and then he's finding more food. Meanwhile, as he is running down the tree and looking for more food, another little greedy squirrel who lives a few branches upwards, he keeps coming down and raiding Senior's nest, right? So he starts taking half of the food. That's what we got. It was like 50%. So if Senior is taking like two walnuts up to the tree, one was going missing, but he couldn't figure it out. All he knew was every time he went back to his nest, it just never seemed to be enough. So he's running around collecting, 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 and this was going on and on and on and on. And we were like, okay, what does this represent? Because this is a past life where Senor had been a squirrel, and the pile just doesn't seem to get any larger. So the first round of tapping, we got, I'm going to work myself into an early grave. No matter how hard I try, it's never enough. Why does the universe reward those that do not work as hard as me? Okay. The distribution of energy from the universe is not a fair system. Why is there such an unequal distribution? Are we allowing ourselves to be abused by the system? Who is blindly stealing from our energy field? Okay, what is this? Like, we are doing 100%, we should get 100% back. The squirrel was the squirrel was allowed to freely take from Senor without punishment. And the conscious mind of this squirrel that was taking from Senior was unaware that this was morally wrong and that there would be negative consequences. Okay, so again, if you're thinking about this dark karmic cycle that we all end up getting trapped in, if you actually, with your conscious mind, you don't know that you're committing a wrong or what you're doing is wrong, or you don't have the full and complete capacity to understand that what you're doing is wrong, well, guess what? You're probably not going to attract dark karma. Okay? It's when you know that it's wrong, that's when you are caught in this dark karmic trap. Okay. So we're going through the rounds of tapping, and we just kept getting like, this is such an unfair distribution. Um, so we also got, we believe in our soul consciousness that by expanding, giving away some of our energy for the benefit of others is sufficient. It is an unspoken rule. Liz, what does this mean? Well, I'll tell you. So basically, within probably 99.99% of our souls as humans, and as animals, whatever we are, as long as we've had a few lifetimes in the can, we automatically contribute let's say 100% of our energy into the system. Okay. Now, we don't mind, and we know that we are contributing more and we're running at a deficit. What does that mean? Well, that means that we're putting in excess energy for other people or other souls to use. Okay, so say we're getting, in the case of Senior Manifestor here in this particular lifetime, he was only getting 50%. So he was working very, very hard and he was only seeing a 50% result. Why? Because it was an unspoken rule that he is contributing extra energy to the universe for the universe to say, okay, wow, there's extra energy here. I'm going to disperse it. And other souls are taking and feeding off of that extra energy. Wow, isn't this a great communist system? No. Why? Because by giving away our energy to be used freely by others, it does not allow for others in the system to live up to their full potential. And the definition of what we're talking about here, full potential, is consciousness expansion. So, just like the squirrel that was coming down and stealing from the nest, do you think that that squirrel would ever be able to know how to fully survive for itself, have the wherewithal? No, it just knows that, hey, I'm going to take the easy road because there's excess energy here that I'm freely allowed to take. And I'm just going to do this, right? I'm going to sit back and relax. And, this often happens. Now, I understand that there are genuine people out there, a lot of genuine people out there that are on disability, that are on the benefit system, but then there are a small percentage of these people that are on disability and on benefits that just refuse to work. They are able-bodied, they refuse to work. Well, let's think about that because this is what the session gave me. The session gave me, well, yeah, do those people live up to their full potential? Well, actually, no. They don't live up to their full potential because they're not going to college, they're not pursuing a career, they're not, learning how to manage money effectively by earning it and managing it. And, because you live hand to mouth when you live on those types of systems. And for the people that are genuinely in need of those, well, it's not good for them either. Why? Because they have to do with less in order to supply people that are just refusing to work. So that's not fair on them either, right? I'm sure that they would like to buy an extra meal, okay? Because I mean, it's really bad, right? You're literally living on nothing. Anyway, so that's what we were getting was like, okay, this system is unfair, but if we go down into the universal consciousness level and on the soul level, the souls that are using this energy that we're just freely injecting into the system, they're not living up to their full potential. So, what we came up with was this, right? We came up with through the tapping rounds that we're going to take control. Okay. We're no longer going to allow our energy just to be freely put into the system to be used up by other souls. Listen, don't, I know you're going to say, Liz, this sounds bad. It doesn't. It isn't, I promise. So we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to take control. And instead of having that excess energy just floating around out there, we're going to put that to our manifestation quest, right? Our journey. Why? Because wouldn't it be better if that energy went into manifesting and then when you receive your manifestations, you then can do something that does promote consciousness expansion instead of just, teaching a squirrel how to steal food, right? That's not working. That's not working at all. And instead of doing that, Why don't we? I'll give you an example. An example for me would be, hey, why don't I take control of that energy? I put it into manifesting. I make this massive list of things that I want to mass, like well over and above and beyond than what I need, right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a CTT school and a CTT center with lots of scholarships available. So, because let me tell you, everybody you can use CTT, but I will tell you the poorest people in society really need CTT. Okay, because they don't have just one or two problems. Usually, when you're dealing with the poorest people in society, they have 20, 25, 30 problems. I had a lady come to a CTT session one day. She listed down every problem that she could possibly think of. Again, exceptionally poor, right? I'm sure I was doing the session for free. And she had a list of 25 to 30 problems. And I said, look, we can't do all this today. We can focus on one problem at a time, but we can't do 30 problems in one CTT session. This is going to take 2, 3, 4 years worth of work of CTT sessions to get you sorted out, to get you where may even be able to function, because she wasn't functioning very well. Unfortunately, there were a lot of problems. And so, wouldn't it be better if we took our energy, kept it for ourselves, and we ended up manifesting our goals first, above and beyond what we need, right? Not talking about I need a tank of gas and I find a gas card on the floor. No, I'm talking about well above what we need and can use for ourselves. And now we're going to promote real consciousness expansion, because the universe, it doesn't do that. It doesn't actually say, well, okay, you can have this, little chunk of energy, but only if you can expand your consciousness. No, it doesn't do that. It says, oh, here you go, right? So this is about, we are going to take control. So here's what we came up with. We came up with easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to take back control of our energy, to receive what we believe are adequate manifestations first, in a way that we are now able to help the collective by expanding their soul consciousness instead of just being enablers, without any negative consequences to ourselves or our loved ones. Now, this whole thing about the collective, that was sort of the unspoken rule, that by being part of the collective, we are injecting energy into the universal consciousness for others to use. That's how we remain part of the collective. I'm not saying that we aren't going to remain part of the collective. I'm just saying, yes, we're still the collective. However, we believe we have a better use for that energy than just giving it away willy-nilly to a squirrel that can come down and steal nuts from a nest, right? It could be used much better. So the energy, what we got, yes, this was an unequal distribution. It was making the lives of other souls, whether they were experiencing a lifetime or whether they were, using it to help with their planning or whatever they're doing up there, right? It just wasn't the most optimum way. The most optimum way is to say, hey, I have better ideas than the universal consciousness to do with this information, and this is the way I want to use it. So I just wanted to give that all to you. I thought that was very, very interesting. I just found it fascinating. Okay, so today, what we can do is we can easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to receive an upgrade to our consciousness Now, we can target it. We could say, in order to help with our manifestation goals, or we can just say an upgrade to our consciousness. We'll just go for upgrade. We can use it however way we want to. So, receive an upgrade to our consciousness without any negative consequences to ourselves or our loved ones. Okay, so that's what I thought we would work on today. But I really like the idea of this taking back control, full control. Yes, we're still part of the collective. And you kind of have to, put your intention in there. Yeah, I'm still part of the collective. Now, speaking of intention, just quickly, the other thing that we got was that and this was our hairdresser. Our hairdresser, she's lovely. Her session was because she's tapping her rounds, okay? She has so many tapping rounds, and it's kind of getting methodical, and it's just like, yeah, okay, here I am tapping again, right? And we went for what is lacking in her life because of the videos that we did about lack. For those of you that are like, Liz, what videos are you talking about regarding lack? They're on the Patreon. We did two really extensive videos about the consciousness of lack. Okay, what she was lacking, and this goes for everybody, what was lacking was this fire, this, I'm going to get what I want because I deserve it. This, I'm not stopping until I get what I want. That fire that it makes you go full throttle into something, right? That's what was lacking. So you have to start, if you find yourself just tapping and tapping and you don't have that fire about you, that drive, that determination, and I'm talking about on a very large scale, then you're just sending energy into the universal consciousness and it's not making that much of an impact. So if you want it to be more impactful, you are going to have to really focus and put that drive and determination into the intention, into your energy. Now, Liz, where am I going to get that from? Well, I'll tell you. If you don't have it, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to reinstall my drive and determination. Because what we got for her was, hey, that drive and determination was lost many lifetimes ago, millions of years ago. Not even a human lifetime. This one was a reptile. And she lost the ability, she lost that drive and determination. And so, guys, you're going to have to reinstall the drive and determination without any negative consequences to yourselves or your loved ones. Okay. So, if you find that you're lacking drive and determination when you're sending that information in or out to the universe, then you need to have that. Because again, we got it very loud and clear. Hey, you're making an impact, but it's kind of minimal, right? Okay, so let's begin. A few things. First of all, if you are prone to seizures, you have had seizure activity, you're on seizure medication, you have something wrong with your brain that could make you have a seizure, you've been warned. Okay, do not attempt to do the CTT. It is not for you. There are lots of other healing modalities out there, and you should try those. This will not work very well for you. Most likely, it will make you have some sort of brain problem, okay? Because this is very highly stimulating to the brain and the body and the wiring and the subconscious and the soul. Okay, so don't do it. Second thing, once we open, you must stay till close. If you have to leave before we close, that's okay. But I want you to go to the CTT channel and I want you to find a closing immediately. Do not hang around, all day with these holes in your energy field and say, oh, wait a minute, I've got to close. Because you will attract problems. Okay, so you probably have a worse set of problems than what you had before. You don't want that. Like, what's the point? So, okay. Anything from you, Mr. Reality?
No.
No. Okay. Don't forget Miss Reality is starting up a remote viewing course soon. Make sure you check in with him if you want to do remote viewing. And where you should be is where Mr. Reality is. All right, so let's get started. Okay, and if you have any questions, raise your hand, drop your questions in the chat. Everybody here will help you. All right, so let's rock and roll. Okay, there's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid,
an optimum etheric pyramid,
as well as
as well as
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, treasures. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability to see,
the optimum ability to see,
recognize,
recognize,
use, and enjoy
use, and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
And don't forget, you remember a few weeks ago when we got the definition for manifestation? You guys need to be trying to put that into the universal consciousness every day. Okay, very important. We're trying to train the universal consciousness to work with us, and it needs to know what the definition of manifestation is. Right. Okay. Now, the last round of opening, which is the most important round, is being responsible with energy. So let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams.
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine team.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world
and transmute it into white light positive karma
and transmute it into white light positive karma
back into the universe.
back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. I'm starting to feel better. I don't know about you guys. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Are you feeling good, Mr. Reality?
I'm feeling a little stuffy in my head.
Stuffy. Oh, okay. So that's how we open. Thank you so much for hosting, by the way, and thanks everyone for being here. Okay, well, let's get started. We're going to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to receive an upgrade to our consciousness without any negative consequences to ourselves or our loved ones. Does anybody want to add anything to that? Do we want to upgrade our consciousness and something? So he says, upgrade me, baby. I was such a grump today. Oh my God, me too. But our drive, our consciousness is great. Oh, motivation. Should we upgrade our motivation? You can add motivation, energy, intuition. And guys, these are all examples. If you want to do tapping on your own, feel free to do that. I'm upgrading my consciousness, my energy levels, my intuition, my manifestations, my motivation, you know, my outlook on life. Sometimes it's hard to have a positive outlook on life, right? Yeah. So, all right. So we're just going to go for consciousness, but if you guys want to add something, feel free at any time. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to receive an upgrade to our consciousness
to receive an upgrade to our consciousness
in a very positive way
in a very positive way,
without any negative consequences to ourselves or our loved ones.
without any negative consequences to ourselves or our loved ones.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
My little 5-year-old, he looked so lost this morning when I left him in his classroom. I hope he's okay. Okay, so what did you get, Mr. Reality?
I, it's like a cloud of mist in front of me.
Ooh. Yeah, because we've got to lift the fog, right? So let's ask the universal consciousness. No, let's ask source. Is an upgrade to our consciousness, meaning we have more access to more information? Yes, it does. So oftentimes that's what an upgrade means. It means, wow, we've expanded enough, we're getting more information, and we can access that information. Okay, fantastic. I just kept and kind of the same thing because I kept seeing my kid's face in that round of tapping, like I'm so lost. Oh my gosh, this is all so new. So yeah, this feelings of like being lost, um, in the fog. What else? Anything else, Mr. Reality?
It's just too foggy.
No? Okay. Too foggy. Okay, so let's keep going. If you get something, drop it in the chat. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal
let go and heal
all of these feelings
all of these feelings
of being lost and confused.
of being lost and confused.
We're in the fog.
We are in the fog.
We can't see what is in front of us,
We cannot see what is in front of us,
and we're not allowed to.
and we're not allowed to.
That is why life is so mysterious.
That is why life is so mysterious.
We prefer for others to take the lead,
We prefer for others to take the lead,
and we're just going through this blindly.
and we are just going through this blindly.
What else?
I don't have the control manual.
I don't have the control manual. I'm not in charge. hmm We are kept in the dark.
We are kept in the dark.
The unknowing or being unknowing is powerful for the others.
Being in the unknowing is powerful for others.
The less we know, the better for them.
The less we know, the better for them.
Navigating life is like a chess game,
Navigating life is like a chess game,
but others already seem to know how it ends.
but others already seem to know how it ends.
We have no idea.
We have no idea.
Communication is cut.
Communication is tough.
We are fearful.
We are fearful.
The unknown is painful.
The unknowing is painful.
I have lost my sense of direction.
I have lost my sense of direction.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
I do not understand the nature of reality.
I do not understand the nature of reality.
Learning is difficult.
Learning is difficult.
Sometimes I'd rather not know.
Sometimes I would rather not know.
I have no sense of purpose.
I have no sense of purpose.
I cannot identify my true passions.
I cannot identify my true passion.
I'm not even playing the same game as everyone else.
I'm not even playing the same game as everyone else.
They've moved on and I'm stuck.
They have moved on and I am stuck.
Anything else?
I'm afraid to take chances.
I'm afraid to take chances. I love this one. My inner dialogue is working against me.
My inner dialogue is working against me.
I have too many options.
I have too many options.
I have wasted a lot of time
I have wasted a lot of time
on things that I receive no benefit from.
on things I will receive no benefit from.
Anything else? Let's close this round out. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
What did you get, Mr. Reality?
I feel like I'm looking into this reflective monolith, which is very dense and trying to pull me in, but I'm afraid of moving towards it.
Like you're going to get sucked in like a vacuum.
Hmm.
Mm. Like, so what I'm getting, okay, that's great because what I'm getting is, do I actually want to go down this path? Maybe it's better to not know. That's what I'm getting. Like, you know, let me write that down. I actually want to go down this path. Do I really want an upgrade? Do I really want an upgrade? Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Yeah. Okay. Oh God, somebody's talking about airplane toilets. Oh. Okay, let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
I cannot possibly know everything.
I cannot possibly know everything.
This is far too intense.
This is far too intense.
Do I actually want to go down this path?
Do I actually want to go down this path?
Do I really want or need an upgrade?
Do I really want or need an upgrade?
What if I don't like it?
What if I don't like it?
What if it turns out to be a big mistake?
What if it turns out to be a big mistake?
What if I harm myself
What if I harm myself
by unlocking some painful memories?
by unlocking some painful memories?
Sometimes it's better just to not know.
Sometimes it is better just to not know.
What else?
I'm always working harder than everybody else,
Mm, I'm always working harder than everybody else, and I have nothing to show for it.
and I have nothing to show for it.
I'm too lazy for an upgrade.
I'm too lazy for an upgrade.
I don't deserve it.
I do not deserve it.
Upgrades are reserved for people that are better than me.
Upgrades are reserved for people that are better than me.
I am blind to all my blessings.
I am blind to all my blessings.
The harder I work, the more behind I become.
The harder I work, the more behind I become.
What else?
I cannot seem to get ahead.
I cannot seem to get ahead. None of this makes any sense.
None of this makes any sense.
I prefer my life when I did not know any better.
I prefer my life when I did not know any better.
Instead of wanting more,
Instead of wanting more.
I don't need another spiritual awakening.
I do not need another spiritual awakening.
The transition period is too difficult.
The transition period is too difficult.
I'm just too tired to try for an upgrade.
I'm too tired to try for an upgrade.
I won't fit in with my community.
I will not fit in with my community.
My blueprint is already inked.
My blueprint is already inked.
If I upgrade, I could become targeted by the dark.
If I upgrade, I could become targeted by the dark.
What else?
I will have to reboot and restart everything I've already done.
I will have to reboot and restart everything I've already done. Everything that I have worked for will be null and void.
Everything that I work for will be null and void.
I don't want to reboot again.
I do not want to reboot again.
What if those that I love do not upgrade with me?
What if those that I love do not upgrade with me?
Will I leave them behind?
Will I leave them behind?
I'm frightened.
I am frightened.
I'm scared to go by myself.
I am scared to go by myself.
I am entering uncharted territory.
I'm entering uncharted territory.
What else?
The universe will punish me if I upgrade out of turn.
The universe will punish me if I upgrade out of turn. This means I can no longer self-abuse.
This means I can no longer self-abuse.
I won't be able to use the same tired excuses.
I will not be able to use the same tired excuses.
I will be held with more accountability.
I will be held with more accountability.
This will be an entirely new structure.
This will be an entirely new structure.
I'm scared.
I am scared.
What else?
I overthink things.
I overthink things. I'm too depressed and sad to receive an upgrade.
I am too depressed and sad to receive an upgrade.
Hmm. Okay. Anything else? Let's close this one down. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
What if the new advice is offensive? What did you get?
I got a vision of an avalanche coming down towards me.
It's a good job you don't live near a mountain, Mr. Reality, or I'd be worried. Um,
I live
okay.
in space. It's safe up here.
Do they have mountains up there?
Nope, it's just a boring little tin can I circle the earth in.
That's so funny. You're funny. So yeah, like what if I open up too much? What if the upgrade, that's a good point. Actually, I love that. What if my brain and my soul and my being cannot handle the upgrade? That's what that's saying. Like, what if it's too much? What if I had damaged myself in some way? Listen, the universe is very clever. Um, Let me just give you this. When I first started out, like I was like, ooh, I can channel. But my channeling was terrible. Like it was rusty, things weren't coming through clearly. But the more and more you do it, the clearer it becomes, the better you become. And then I said, look, I need to practice this. So that's why I did those free readings for 8, 9 years, right? Because I knew that by practicing and getting feedback from others, and that was a long time to do readings, let me tell you, for no money. Now, the exchange was that my knowledge grew and I got better as a psychic medium. And let me tell you, I did at least 2 or 3 people every Saturday and 2 or 3 people every Sunday for almost 9 years. Okay, seriously, I'm not making it up. And every time I received an upgrade, I felt that. But so the universe is very clever. It's not going to make your head explode. Okay. It knows exactly how to drip feed the upgrades in. It knows what you can handle, what you can't handle. It knows whether or not you have the brain capacity to deal with the upgrade, the soul consciousness capacity. It knows. Don't ask me how it knows, but it knows. So, that fear of the avalanche, that's very valid because it could say, whoa, maybe I shouldn't do this. There's obviously some sort of fear that this upgrade is going to cause, a lot of problems. It could cause your system to become overloaded and then it completely shuts down. That's not going to happen. But we have to remove the fear that you have. Okay, so we would say something like, we are afraid that we are going to overload our systems. That was a very good vision you got. Okay, guys, drop it in the chat. This isn't at the moment, it's kind of like just moving along nicely. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I'm choking up. Oh my, I got a pain in my head. I can't, I'm thirsty. I'm this. But that's good. We need we need a little bit of a break because we've been hit really hard with some of these CTT sessions lately. So maybe, this is how we're supposed to receive the upgrade, just calmly and just very nicely. Let's see what we get. Let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
What if the new advice is offensive?
What if
The new advice is offensive.
what if the new advice is offensive?
What if my intuition starts advising me even more?
What if my new intuition starts advising me even more?
Advising me. What if I find it hard to take?
What if I find it hard to take?
I prefer no advice.
I prefer no advice.
I wish I didn't know.
I wish I didn't know.
We are afraid that we are going to overload our systems
We are afraid we're going to overload our system
and that our systems could shut down.
and that our systems could shut down.
We could be doing ourselves some great internal damage.
We could be doing ourselves some great internal damage.
We believe we have full control over our thoughts, feelings, and opinions.
We believe we have full control over our thoughts, feelings, and opinion.
Does an upgrade interfere with that?
There's an upgrade that will interfere with that.
Okay, what else?
I don't want the consequences of a new upgrade.
I don't want the consequences of a new upgrade. I will know more.
With an
I
upgrade,
will
my
see
ego will not
more.
be humble.
With an upgrade, my ego will not be humble. Yes, that is so true. I'm happy in my comfort zone.
I'm happy in my comfort zone.
I'm scared bad things are going to happen to me.
I'm scared bad things are going to happen to me.
We don't deserve an upgrade.
We don't deserve an upgrade.
Why is it okay for us to know more than the next person?
Why is it okay for us to know more than the next person?
I feel as if I'm stepping into an adult relationship with the universe
I feel as if I'm stepping into an adult relationship with the universe
and less of a child-parent relationship.
and less of a child-parent relationship.
Can I really be that powerful?
Can I really be that powerful?
What else?
I'll have more responsibility with an upgrade.
I'll have more responsibility with an upgrade. I'll have to give back to the universe and the collective.
I will have to give back to the universe and the collective.
Okay, that made my throat tight. I don't know why. What else?
I'm afraid I'll find my new limiting threshold.
Mm, I'm afraid that I will find my new limiting threshold. Yes. What else?
I fear people around me will no longer be comfortable.
I fear that people around me will no longer be comfortable. The breakthroughs become more intense and more difficult.
The breakthroughs become more intense and more difficult.
I don't want to face any more difficulties.
I do not want to face any more difficulty.
What else?
I'm afraid of stepping beyond the bounds of my dimension.
I am afraid of stepping beyond the bounds of my dimension. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that is making my throat really tight. Anything else?
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome. I will have to become a totally new person.
I'll have to become a totally new person.
I have had too many transformations in this lifetime.
I've had too many transformations in this lifetime.
I don't like the new person I am becoming.
I do not like the new person I'm becoming.
I am I am ridding of many people out of my life.
I'm ridding of many people out of my life.
I'm offloading
I am offloading
and I'm grieving those that I offload.
and I am grieving those that I offload.
What else? I am becoming, see, here's that ego thing again. I am becoming more egotistical.
I'm becoming more egotistical.
I feel superior.
I feel superior.
I am losing my ability to be humble.
I'm losing my ability to be humble.
With each and every upgrade and breakthrough.
With each and every upgrade and breakthrough.
What else? Let's close this one down. My throat is really tight. Sorry. Let's close this one down. I need to figure out what this is. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, my throat is really tight. Um, what did you get, Mr. Reality?
I got an image of a curtain closing on an act.
Yeah, because that's what happens. We're all sitting here asking for an upgrade, but you do know with upgrades, you end up offloading people. And I can't tell you the amount of times people have offloaded from me just naturally. There was a point in time when all I had to do was send somebody a text. Hey, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you in such a long time. How are you and your kids? Bam, block, delete. What? I'm serious. And sometimes you don't even know why they're just behaving that way. For whatever reason, they're not supposed to go on that journey with you as you are continuing on. That's where their journey stops. Maybe the information that you come across in the future with the upgrade or several upgrades, and we all like to talk to our, friends and family if we can, if they allow us to, about this stuff that we uncover. But what if by staying friends with that person, you would have given them that information and they weren't supposed to get that information? Well, So you have to think about that because as you have these breakthroughs, you will offload. You will. And I am so sorry about that. It is painful and it's awful and it's just, you question yourself, but I have just been through so many of these things where people just naturally offload and now I've grown to accept it. Doesn't make it any easier, but I understand, well, okay, they're not supposed to continue on this journey with me. Um, so yeah, it's like be careful what you wish for because, and they could be personal, very close relationships. I'm not saying that definitely it is, but it could be. Um, Luckily mine were never really insanely close. But you're just like, wow, what did I do? You know, but now I understand that it's because they're not supposed to go and receive the information that we are receiving, right? Now, that's the other thing that came through in that last round. What if I'm receiving this information? What if it just makes me feel superior? What if it makes my ego grow? What if I become smarter than someone else? And then I just can't deal with these, you know, people that are living on these lower vibrational and planes. Yeah, and that's true. You're going to have to become a bit of a chameleon if you want to stay around a lot of different people. You'll just have to accept people at their vibrational level. And they may not be at your vibrational level, but you have to accept them at theirs. But sometimes when you go blazing in there with information, they can't handle it. They really can't. They're used to living in this bubble, and that's the bubble that they want to remain in. And that's okay. That's their journey. But that's not your journey, and that's not my journey. So we have to move on. And that's what's coming through. So let me go into the tight throat. I mean, what did you get, Mr. Reality?
The act closing curtain.
Closing curtain. Yeah, sorry. I need to make a note. It's hard because it goes in and it goes out. Closing curtain. So that's what exactly what we got. You're accurate there. So let's go into this tight throat feeling. Hmm. Okay. This is an interesting one.
Hmm.
What if I become agreeable with the universe? Wow. I don't think we've ever had that. And that basically means right now I'm in a dispute with the universe, right? And this is how I've always been. I want this, I want that. You're not providing for me. Ooh, that made my ears hurt. My ears are really hurting now. Pain is shooting through my ears. And it's like, you're not providing for me. I'm in a dispute. So there's part of that dispute, right, that keeps people very motivated. I'm going to prove to you that I'm going to win no matter what. No matter what you say, universe, I am going to win. Now, that's that drive and determination we were talking about earlier, right? But a lot of times, we are in this dispute with the universe, right? So it's like, well, what if I receive an upgrade and I start agreeing with the universe? There's a part of us that doesn't want to. There's a part of us that says, hey, I've got full control, you have no control, and this is the way it's going to be. So what if we start agreeing with the universe? That is so interesting. So let's see if we can get rid of this and go from there. Okay, there's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
An upgrade means,
An upgraded me.
no, an upgrade means
An upgrade means
that we are closing the curtain
that we are closing the curtains
on many aspects of our lives.
on many aspects of our life.
It's painful.
It's painful.
I will miss the old me.
I will miss the old me.
I cannot embrace the new me.
I cannot embrace the new me.
I will never forgive myself for the changes that I have made.
I will never forgive myself for the changes that I've made.
And what if I become agreeable with the universe?
And what if I become agreeable with the universe?
What if we become friends?
What if we become friends?
Does that damage me in some way?
Does that damage me in some way?
Does that mean that I have to accept what the universe gives to me?
Does that mean I have to accept what the universe gives to me?
I'm not happy about that.
I'm not happy about that.
Okay, now I felt that pop and I felt that leaf. So let's close. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. See, I felt that shift out. Like I felt three or four different popping there, times it was popping during this round. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, so let's tap to close. So we're going to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to accept and receive in a very, somebody's so funny, po positive way, any and all joyful upgrades to our consciousness without any negative consequences to our beings or our loved ones. Miss Reality, just when we take questions, can you grab Hilda first, please, when we take questions? All right, so let's tap to close. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
optimum guidance,
optimum guidance,
positive emotional fulfillment,
positive emotional fulfillment,
gratitude,
gratitude,
self-love,
self-love,
self-forgiveness,
self-forgiveness,
forgiveness of others,
the forgiveness of others,
and the optimum ability
and the optimum ability
to accept and receive
to accept and receive
in a very positive way
in a very positive way,
and to trust
and to trust
any and all joyful upgrades
any and all joyful upgrades
to our consciousness
to our consciousness
without any negative consequences to our beings or our loved ones.
without any negative consequences to our beings or our loved ones.
In all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up,
In all of those wonderful spaces we have just opened up,
that part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
that part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
So listen, this was great. Thank you so much, Mr. Reality. Thank you as always. And you guys, thank you so much. We will hold for questions and have a great week.